This might be a dream match for some people, as Big E, Elijah Furton, takes on the Nightmare, Noah Tyndall, one-on-one to find out who is going to advance in this here tournament. So Noah the Nightmare and Elijah Furton for the first time ever competing. And there is a submission hold locked in by the Nightmare, former BA MMA Grand Prix champion. And Elijah Furton, who's won multiple tournaments in his years, new to our roster. But I think it's easy to say that Elijah has found his footing here. He also holds the current case of fate for the Dream Masters for the Dream Masters Universal Championship after winning in another match. As right now, Big E is doing very well as he's undefeated. Defeated 5 other people to get the case of fate in order to challenge the Universal Champion at any point. So the champion currently needs to keep an eye out, as Walker Campbell, the current Dream Masters Universal Champion, has got to be wary that not only does he have a rematch coming against the former champion, but also Big E, Elijah Furton, has the case of fate that he can cash in on at any point. Noah the Nightmare Tyndall has a rematch set up for his Dream Masters BA MMA Grand Prix Championship against the current champion, Leo the Bull Curtis, as Elijah Furton finally, after a calculated mistake by Noah the Nightmare, uncharacteristic, gets him locked into a triangle choke, flying out of nowhere. And Nightmare is going to get out of that one. This might be one of the most evenly skilled matches. Both young men around the same age, same conditioning, same heart, drive, and determination, having quite a following. Elijah Furton hailing in from Sacramento, California. Look at this, ankle lock. And of course, Noah the Nightmare hailing from Liverpool, England. So they are across the pond from either. Sacramento, California's watching this with intent, cheering on Big E. Nice take down there by Noah. And Nightmare now, belly-to-belly suplex. This is Noah's second appearance here in this tournament. This is Elijah's first here in this tournament, now locking in that submission hold that has brought him to the dance, so to speak. Elijah's able to withstand it. You got to wonder how much longer he can withstand that. That's a heck of a submission to get locked into. And Elijah's hurting right now as the Nightmare keeps on the pressure. Going back out of the ring now, going to get a toy perhaps. And that's a chair. That's a kendo stick. Stomping on the back. I don't know what the point of getting these things for. He's not using any of them, but he put them in the ring. As going for this lock again, this will be the next submission here. And this time, Big E doesn't have a choice but to submit. Now working on the... Wow. You don't see that often, the four-legged clover by Noah the Nightmare Tyndall. And Big E having an issue with the Nightmare. Imagine, clubbing blow with the kendo stick. Striking him across the head. Brutal. Vicious. And then Big E, with right hand, will even that up. Sending the Nightmare off the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog. And beautiful neck breaker. And the Nightmare have an issue with Big E. Sent out of the ring into the outside. Nightmare, Big E probably trying to get some air in those lungs, trying to get some composure in there. And he's got to be careful because we know what the Nightmare likes to do once he gets people out there. as a former BA MMA Grand Prix champion, he has a certain way of doing things, does the Nightmare. Enjoys taking people out of the cage, so to speak, and daring them to the top. That is one of the Nightmare's favorite tactics, if you would. I frankly get nervous whenever anyone goes up there, even though I myself went up there. And Big E waited too long, as Noah the Nightmare now with the Kimura, and he's going to advance. Big E, got to get respect for the young man. He gave it his all, but the Nightmare has the experience factor. And I'm sure this is not the first time these two will meet. Big E has the current case of fate for the Universal Championship, but imagine if he was to cash it in on the BA MMA Grand Prix champion, Noah the Nightmare Tyndall, if that was ever to happen. Congratulations to the Nightmare. Big E doing very well. Nothing to